Okay, good morning everyone. I hope I am audible and my screen is also visible. This is session 2 for analog circuits subject, and we will be continuing from where we had stopped last time. And today we will be seeing few more important questions uh, as far as this syllabus is concerned, means regarding gate exam, that we will see today. Earlier we have seen passive elements. We have seen capacitors, inductors, resistors. Then voltage divider we have seen, regulators, applications of diodes we have seen as LED, photodiodes. Then few circuit analysis we have done. And then we started with amplifiers. Okay, so again a little bit revision about amplifiers. So amplifiers are the devices which amplifies the signal or which increases magnitude of a particular signal, analog signal basically. So the function of this amplifier is to increase the range of the analog signal. Okay, so one of the phase splitters is to provide input signals to a single stage amplifier that uses two transistors. You can see here Q1 and Q2 as two transistors. So these are, it is used to provide input signals, and these transistors are configured in such a way that the two outputs, okay, the two outputs are 180-degree out of phase with each other in combination. This allows more gain than one transistor could supply by itself. Okay. So this push-pull amplifier is used where high power output and good fidelity are needed. So you can see here this two transistor Q1 and Q2. So 180-degree phase shift, you can see input as this thing sinusoidal wave, and output here you can see it is 180-degree out of phase. Both the signals coming out from Q1 and Q2, these are out of phase. So by using two transistors, this allows more gain, okay, more gain than one transistor that would supply itself. So this push-pull amplifier is used where high power output and good fidelity are needed. Okay, so wherever the application is for increasing the power output, okay, this type of amplifier can be used. So amplifier frequency response. Okay. In amplifier frequency response, you can see bandwidth of an amplifier. The bandwidth represents the amount of width of frequency for the band of frequencies that amplifier is most effective in amplifier. You can see many times when we use internet connection, this bandwidth term is important and many times it is used. So high bandwidth frequency will give you fast internet, more data, okay, can be consumed within less time. That is, the output is constant. High bandwidth means output will remain constant. See here, output, y-axis is output, so it is constant up to a certain time period, and then it goes down, and then again it increases. So this is called as bandwidth. So here it is 170 hertz, because starting from 30, it's going up to 200. So 170 hertz is the bandwidth. that is f2 minus f1. The formula for bandwidth, that is frequency at the final stage minus frequency at the initial stage when the you can say signal is reaching a particular time or up to a rise time, particular rise time. Analog circuit of operational amplifier, the most important device as far as your uh, op amp is considered. Let me see whether anyone requires a permission to get into this. Okay. Okay. Uh, Going back to the topic, operational amplifier. Okay, op amp, most important device. You have learned it in your analog circuit and digital electronics subject. Operational amplifier, it can be used for many applications, for generating sine wave, for generating square wave, for generating triangular wave, trapezoidal wave, waveform. Okay, here we will be seeing differential amplifier, voltage amplifier, output amplifier, okay, as the application of operational amplifier. So the input stage is differential amplifier that works for AC also. Differential amplifier is the amplifier which can also work on AC. Here you can see the plus and minus signal which is of DC. So it can also be used as input signal for AC. The negative signal here you can see it's a inverting input. Positive is non-inverting input. Okay. Other two input signals, that is plus VCC minus VEE, and the third terminal, that is output. Okay. So high input impedance, high gain voltage amplifier, typical that is greater than 1 lakh. Okay, that is the range for high gain voltage amplifier. So low output impedance to deliver several milliampere of current into load connected to the output. Op amps applications you can see here. Common applications are as inverting amplifier, secondly non-inverting amplifier, third is summing amplifier, voltage follower or instrumentation amplifier, and filters. Okay, these are the applications of op amps. So one by one we will be seeing it, and also numericals based on this op amp that also we are going to see. Uh, this is analog circuit for non-inverting amplifier. Okay, what actual application you can say for non-inverting amplifier is to reverse the signal. Okay, to invert the signal means if the signal is coming as a positive negative, uh, or you can say positive negative sinusoidal waveform, so the output will be negative positive sinusoidal waveform. Okay, so that is the application for non-inverting amplifier. Two resistances you can see, R1 and R2, that are compulsory for non-inverting amplifier. This resistance which is connected in parallel, okay, it can be a variable resistance also. You can use here a variable resistance. I think one more candidate wants to enter here. Okay, I have allowed to enter. So this resistance R2, it can be a variable resistance or it can be a rheostat also. This resistance R1 is the non-inverting, or you can say non-inverting resistance here. So supply is given to the non-inverting terminal over here, that is the positive terminal. V input is given here. Current at the inverting terminal, it's zero because the supply is not given to the inverting terminal, it is grounded. So positive terminal to the V input, negative terminal is grounded, V naught and R2 is connected. This type of typical circuit diagram is given in the gate question. Okay, and it is asked whether it is an inverting amplifier or non-inverting amplifier. Okay, if it is inverting amplifier, supply will be given to the inverting terminal. Negative म्हणजे inverting. Okay, negative is inverting, positive is non-inverting. Okay, so always remember how to remember this inverting and non-inverting. Negative, if the supply is given to the negative, it is inverting. If the supply is given to the positive, it is non-inverting. Okay, resistances R1 and R2 are connected. Okay, also sometimes in gate the options are given whether the current flowing through this inverting terminal or current flowing through R1. What is the current flowing through R1? I is equal to, options will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, anything, or 0, 0 0.1, 0 0.5, anything. The answer will be 0. Okay, 0 ampere current will flow through this resistance R1 because supply is at the non-inverting terminal. Here, the output voltage V0. Also, sometimes it is asked to calculate output voltage V0. Okay, so V0 is equal to 1 plus R2 upon R1 into V input. Okay, you have to remember this formula. This particular formula is very important. Questions based on analog circuits, they are very much likely to be asked based on the operational amplifier. So in GATE exam, operational amplifier is the most favorite question asked by the examiner. Okay, so V0 is equal to 1 plus R2 upon R1 into V input. I want everyone to by heart this formula. You can take the screenshot of this particular slide, okay, so that it will be stored in your system or device. And also, if you want to note it down, you can note it down in your notebook that this is the formula for non-inverting amplifier. For inverting amplifiers, okay, this is a typical circuit for inverting amplifier. The R2 resistance here, that is the feedback resistance, it will remain as it is in parallel. The only thing is now supply is given to the inverting terminal. Here you can see supply V input is given to the inverting terminal, and non-inverting terminal, that is the positive terminal, is grounded. So in this case, the output voltage V0, that will be equal to minus R2 divided by R1 into V input. Okay. Again, here the current, if we consider at an inverting terminal, here it is shown that current I is equal to 0 if my voltage supply is not there or voltage is 0, it will be 0. But other than that, if the resistance values are different and my current voltage supply is different, definitely there will be input current of different value. Okay. So V0 is equal to minus R2 upon R1 into V input. That is the formula for inverting amplifier. Okay. Summing amplifier. This one is also application of operational amplifier or op-amp. So here you can see three resistance R1, R2, R3, which is connected to inverting terminal. Okay, so RF is the feedback resistance connected here to the input link. Okay, and positive terminal is grounded. So the output voltage V0 is equal to minus RF upon R1 into V1 minus RF upon R2 into V2 minus RF upon R3 into V3. So this is the particular formula for output voltage for summing amplifier. Okay. It is also used in DACs. DACs means digital to analog converters. Okay. So wherever there is an application for converting digital signals to analog signals, this type of particular amplifier is used. Why? Because digital signals can be a combination of discrete values. Okay, here it's only v1 v2 v3. It can be v1 v2 v3 v4 v5 v6 up to whatever the signals are. So all these input signals can be combined to a single analog signal, okay, or digital signal or analog signal, okay, and digital to analog conversion it is. So that is possible because of this summing amplifier. So voltage follower is another example. Voltage follower means what? So the output voltage of this voltage follower or this amplifier is always equal to input voltage. That is called as voltage follower. Your word ka meaning you have to see. Follower means it will follow the input signal. Okay, so output will be always equal to input. High input resistance and low output resistance are the characteristic of this particular amplifier. Okay, high input resistance are input and low output resistance. Okay, why low output resistance? Because it should allow that particular value of current to enter without obstacle, so resistance will remain low at the output terminal. Okay, you always have to think logically while solving the gate exam. You always have to think logically and give the answer of that particular question. So it's used as a buffer stage between any two electronic devices. Okay, so why it is used as buffer stage between any two electronics devices? It is because buffer stage will always try to follow the input signal. If there are two electronic devices which need to be synchronized, okay, if I'm using let's take the example of our this today's session. I'm presenting this particular slide on my laptop and you are observing it on your mobile or whatever the device you are using, or the laptop you are using. So same screen you are seeing on your device, it is synchronized. And the buffering, okay, to reduce this buffering between my screen and your screen, this type of particular voltage follower can be used. Okay, the application can be used. Why? Because there should not be any lag. Are you getting? There should not be any lag between the input and output. Okay, so whatever I am telling you, without any delay you are listening it. Okay, so buffering is less, buffering stage is less. This is next important application, that is instrumentation amplifier. In instrumentation amplifier you get uh, a facility to receive the output signal based on your input signal. Okay, you can connect it in that way. Okay, so here you can see three op amps, three operational amplifiers connected in such a manner, okay, that it will be called as instrumentation amplifier. So you can see here there are three triangles, that is three op amps are used here. This particular one amplifier where the input is given to this particular positive terminal. Here the input is given to positive terminal, negative is given to this positive, and positive is given here to the positive. Negative of both the amplifiers are shorted with the resistance, with the form of resistance R1 R2, and this is also same resistance, so it is an R2. Okay, so all these resistances when they are connected and shorted, okay, and the output of first and second op amp, okay, these two outputs, they are going in such a manner that output of first op amp is given as input to the negative terminal of the third op amp, and output of second op amp is given to the positive terminal of third op amp, and then particularly output is obtained. So signal gain over here, gain मतलब क्या होता है, gain मतलब multiplying factor, that is equal to 1 plus 2 R2 upon R1. Okay, signal gain is equal to 1 at this stage, and signal gain is equal to 1 plus 2 R2 upon R1 at this particular stage. 2 R2, why they have taken 2 R2? Because there are two resistances of same range divided by R1. Okay, common mode gain, so here the gain is common, so it is 1. Here common mode gain is 0 approximately. So this, you can see here, the current flowing through this particular resistance is V minus this V, means this voltage V negative of first op amp minus V plus of second op amp divided by R1. So that is the particular current flowing through this resistance. Now here I can say this is a question. Okay? This is op amp challenge. Okay? The circuit is shown over here, and it's a very popular with audio engineers to increase the amplifier of the volume. Okay? To increase the volume of a particular device, this is used. So you have to plot the gain of the circuit with respect to position of wiper of the potentiometer. This is first question, you have to plot the gain. Second, you also have to find out the output voltage. So hint over here, it is first find out gain of the circuit when wiper is at position. Wiper means what? Wiper means the potentiometer is working. Potentiometer over here, this pot, this 10 kilo ohm is at a highest range, is at wiper position, that is highest range, 10 kilo ohm. Okay, gain is V0 upon V1. Okay. So that question we are going to solve later. Filter terminology. Okay, there are different types of filters that now we are going to see. So till now, whatever we have seen, that is about operational amplifiers. So op amps you have learned. A quick, you can say, recap we will see. Non-inverting amplifier, negative terminal is grounded, positive terminal supply is given. That is non-inverting, positive terminal, non-inverting terminal. Output voltage 1 plus R2 upon R1 into V input. Inverting amplifier, you can see here, supply V input is given to the negative terminal. Okay. And then V output or output voltage is given to minus R2 upon R1 into V input. Next is summing amplifier. We have seen used in DAC, digital to analog converters. So this particular resistances R1, R2, R3 connected in parallel gets added up. Voltage follower used in buffer stage or between any two electrons, electronic devices. Why it is used? I have told you. So output voltage is always equal to input voltage. Resistance of input terminal is high, so it is high input resistance and low output resistance. Instrumentation amplifier, 3 op amps you can see here connected in a particular fashion. So negative supply is given to the positive of first amplifier, and positive is given to positive terminal of second amplifier. The input signal gain it is 1 plus 2 R2 upon R1, and the output signal gain is 1. Okay, it's a common mode gain at input, and it's 0 at output. Now there are different types of filters. Now why filters are required? First question is why filter is required. My dear friends, filter हम use करते हैं because we want to remove something. Water filter में क्या करते हैं? What do we do in water filters? We use that filter to purify the water. Are you getting? Drinking water which we get, we first insert it into the filter. Many people do that, and then they use the pure form of water coming out from the filter. It is not like you cannot drink the water coming from the tap. Yes, you can definitely drink the water coming out from the tap, but the thing is, some people want a purest form of water. Okay, so the water coming out from the tap, it contains few dirt particle. It is definitely, it can be used for drinking purpose, but there is a risk that it can be contaminated. There will be a risk that it will be contaminated, and you can be in a bad health. Okay, or you can be in a bad healthy condition. Okay, you will not be in a healthy condition. So to avoid this, filter can be used. Now filter will remove all the dirt particle, dust particle, and contaminated particles, and you will get a pure form. Similar thing in electronic circuits or analog circuits, filters are used. Now these are of different types. You can say, if I want a particular range of signal to be allowed to pass through that filter, then it is called as pass band filter. Or pass band is the range of frequencies over which it will pass an incoming signal. Okay, low pass filter, it will pass low frequency signal. High pass filter, it will pass high frequency signal. Band pass filter will allow only a particular band of frequency to pass through it. Okay, limited range of frequency. And band stop filter will block, literally it will block the signals occurring between the two given frequencies. Okay, so again, now here we will see in detail filters. Okay, filter and op amp, these are the two important topics asked in your gate exam. If the gate is designed by IIT Kharagpur, the favorite questions are op amp and filters. Okay, many questions are asked on op amp and filter. Many means out of 7 to 6 to 7 questions, there are 6 to 7 questions on analog electronics. So out of that 6 to 7 questions, you can see that 4 to 5 questions will be of op amp and filters. Okay, so active filter and passive filter. An active filter is one that, along with R, L, and C components, also contains an energy source such as that derived from an operational amplifier. A passive filter is one that contains only R, L, and C component. So it is not necessary that all three it will be present. Okay, so L is often omitted from passive filter design because of the size and cost of inductors, and they also carry along the resistance that must be included in the design. So active filter, I can say there is one more component in the active filter, that is energy source. Okay, and in passive filter there is no energy source, only pure RLC components are present. Or in that also, it is not necessary that all three will be present. L can be omitted, means inductance can be omitted.
because of the size and cost of inductor. Inductor size and cost is more, and they also carry along the resistance that must be included in the design. Means if you are using inductance, resistance is compulsory along with inductance. Okay. Now passive filters, resistors, capacitors, inductors are the passive components. So use no amplifying elements. So they use no amplifying elements, transistors, operational amplifiers. Okay. So applications, the passive filter is used in transistor and operational amplifier. So these are the characteristics of passive filter. No transistor or diode is present. Gain is always less than or equal to 1. Output load become part of circuit. Simplest electronic filters consist of resistors, inductors, and capacitors. Just a minute, I need to take attendance between the session also. So a quick attendance I will take here. Okay. So a quick attendance I have taken. Now we will continue. So we are seeing the characteristics of passive filter. Passive filter में क्या क्या होता है? You always have to remember it. So there are no transistors and diodes. Gain is always less than equal to 1. Output load become part of the circuit, and simplest electronic filters consist of resistors, inductors, and capacitors. So since resistance has the symbol R, inductance symbol is L, and capacitor symbol is C. So the filter exists in so-called RC, RL, or LC and LCR varieties. Means the variety of passive filter it is RC, RL, LC, RLC. These are the different varieties of passive filters. So how passive filters work? Passive filters, they work based on these three passive components. Okay. Capacitor, what is the work of capacitor? It block low frequency signal, conduct high frequency signal. Inductors block high frequency signals, conduct low frequency signals. Resistors have no frequency selective properties. Okay. So this is how the passive filter works. Means if capacitor is present, it will block low frequency. If inductor is present, it will block high frequency. Resistance is present, no frequency. Selective properties means it is not based on any particular blocking of frequency. Okay, so you can use resistor circuit only for pass band filter or pass filter. Are you getting? Listen to me carefully. ओके, ये कैपेसिटर्स, इंडक्टर्स एंड रेजिस्टेंस हम कहाँ यूज करेंगे? रेजिस्टेंस हम यूज करेंगे जब हमको पास फिल्टर डिजाइन करना है. व्हेन वी वांट टू डिजाइन पास फिल्टर, only resistance is allowed. If you want to block low frequency and allow high frequency to go, okay, it will be capacitor. Okay, high pass frequency or high pass filter. Low pass filter means inductor. Okay, in low pass filter it will block the high frequency signal and conduct low frequency signals. Okay, so that is uh, the working of passive filter. So passive analog filters. Okay, just a minute.
Okay, just a minute. I will upload the feedback signal, feedback form. Just wait a minute. So everyone, please submit the feedback form. I have written it in the chat box. Everyone has to fill the feedback form. Okay. I will give you 2-3 minutes. 5 minutes I will wait, and then we will start the session. Till that time, you can fill the feedback form. Okay. We will wait for 2-3 minutes. It's a break for 5 minutes. Then we will start. Till the time, if you also have any doubts, you can write it in the chat box. But feedback form is a kind of attendance. You will have to fill it, and it is compulsory. Okay, so everyone has to fill the feedback form attendance. Okay, the name of the subject is analog circuit. Okay, we are learning analog circuit, and my name is Hafiz Sheikh. I will just try to show you the first slide if you want to know the subject name. And so here, this is my name, Hafiz Sheikh, and analog circuits. That is today's subject. Okay, don't leave the meeting. I will be taking your attendance at the end of the session also. So don't leave the meeting.
Okay, so we will resume our lecture now. So here you can see these are particular type of signals. The first signal, there are four types of signals, ideal signals you can say. This is called as low pass filter. Low pass filter means what? It will allow the lower frequencies to pass through it and block the higher frequencies. So low pass means it will after particular, see here, after particular time it will allow only the low frequencies to pass. Higher frequencies are not allowed over here after this time. After a particular time period, only low frequencies are allowed to go. Now low frequencies are allowed, इसका मतलब क्या है? यहाँ पे कौन सा पैसिव एलिमेंट होगा? रेजिस्टर, इंडक्टर या कैपेसिटर? I want to hear it from you guys. Please unmute yourself and you can talk. Which type of passive element will be present in low pass filter? Resistance, inductor or capacitor? Yes, if anyone wants to talk, you can talk. Yes, you can unmute or you can write it in the chat box also. No problem. Inductor, very good, very good. So I was not seeing this chat box. So everyone is listening and everyone has answered. Inductor will be present. Very good. So here, inductor is present in this low pass filter. So inductors, तुमको प्रॉपर्टी समझ गया है? प्रॉपर्टी क्या है उसका? इट विल अलाउ द लो फ्रीक्वेंसी टू पास. हाई पास फ्रीक्वेंसी, विच एलिमेंट विल बी प्रेजेंट? Yes, write it down in your chat box. Capacitor will be present. Very good, Vinaya. Manisha has answered. Pragati is answering. Nimbalkar Pragati. Aditi is also answering. Capacitor. Very good. Bhushan is also understanding. Okay. Capacitor is the passive element present in the high pass filter. Now, in band pass filter, okay, in band pass filter, the passive element used will be, what will be used here? Please tell me. In band pass. Okay, now the students are thinking element कौन सा होगा यहाँ पे, पैसिव एलिमेंट कौन सा होगा. लेट्स गो टू द प्रॉपर्टी अगेन. रजिस्टर का प्रॉपर्टी क्या है देखो. इट हैव मींस हैव नो फ्रीक्वेंसी सिलेक्टिव प्रॉपर्टीज. ओके, मींस यहाँ पे बैंड पास में या बैंड स्टॉप में, ये दोनों भी कंडीशंस में अगर ये बैंड पास है तो आई कैन यूज अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ आर एंड सी. आई कैन यूज द कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ आर एंड सी. कैसे करेंगे? ये पास है. ओके, फर्स्ट थिंग बैंड एंड पास. बैंड मतलब रेजिस्टेंस तो तुमको यूज करना ही है, और जब तुम you want to allow certain signal to pass through it, so you can use combination of capacitor. Okay, resistance with capacitor, because resistance capacitor has a property to allow high frequency to pass through it. You can also use inductance if you want to allow only small frequency to pass through it. So resistance along with inductor or capacitor can be used here. Band pass filter. In band stop filter, only resistance you can use. Are you getting? बैंड पास फिल्टर में रेजिस्टेंस कंपलसरी है, उसके साथ कॉम्बिनेशन में तुम C और L दोनों यूज कर सकते हो. बट इन बैंड स्टॉप फिल्टर यू विल हैव टू यूज ओनली रेजिस्टेंस. ओके, तुम कैपेसिटर या इंडक्टेंस यूज करोगे तो सम अमाउंट ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंसी विल बी फ्लोइंग थ्रू इट, बट वी वांट टू स्टॉप दैट फ्रीक्वेंसी. In a particular band you do not want any frequency to go. After that you can again allow the frequency to pass. Next is, this is passive analog filters. So in passive analog filters, okay, this is also passive analog filter, but graphically we are seeing here in a realistic filters, मतलब ये practical filters. ये जो था, this is ideal filter. ये ऐसे टाइप का स्क्वायर वेवफॉर्म जनरली नहीं होता है. ओके, इन प्रैक्टिकल सिचुएशन दिस टाइप ऑफ सिग्नल्स आर सीन. ओके, तो अगर तुमको तुम्हारे गेट एग्जाम में अगर स्क्वायर वेव नहीं देते हुए अगर उन्होंने ऐसा कुछ दिया है सिग्नल, that also means that it is a filter. Okay, my dear students. Okay, एनालॉग फिल्टर्स में जो प्रैक्टिकल सिग्नल जो होता है वो ऐसे टाइप का भी होता है. ओके, कर्व फॉर्म में होता है वो. दिस इज बैंड पास फिल्टर, दिस इज बैंड स्टॉप फिल्टर, दिस इज हाई पास फिल्टर, लो पास फिल्टर. ओके, एवरीथिंग, ईच एंड एवरीथिंग यू विल हैव टू रिमेंबर. ओके, गोइंग अहेड. नाउ लो पास फिल्टर जो है, यहाँ पे देखो तुम, लो पास फिल्टर में क्या किया है देखो. कंसिडर द सर्किट बिलो. Here actually they must have used inductor, but they have used here capacitor. Okay, a low pass filter, they have used here capacitor. By using capacitor also, okay, in the along with resistance, if you use a resistance along with C, you can use it in low pass filter also. But I am not actually okay, I will make sure about low pass high pass filter in the next session. About the circuit diagram. Okay, I'm talking about the circuit diagram. I will make sure
Just a minute. Give me a minute. I will tell you now. Now only.
On the night time, whatever the energy being stored being accumulated with the help of the light. Okay. So this is the best example of solar photovoltaic energy. Okay.
Okay.
So let us go first. We'll read out the theoretical one and then we'll.
Okay. Yeah, this circuit is absolutely right. Also, the formula is right. Whenever you connect resistance before a capacitor, okay, you can use it as a low pass filter. But if you use capacitor just after the voltage supply and then a resistance, you can consider it to be a high pass filter. Okay, you can use it as a high pass filter. Here, they have given a formula. Okay, 1 upon 1 plus j omega rc. Okay, omega is the frequency, fundamental frequency. Always the input signal, it has its own fundamental frequency, so that is the omega. And r and c, these are the two components, r and c. So 1 upon 1 plus j omega rc is the formula for uh, output voltage divided by input voltage. And here for high pass filter, it is j omega rc upon 1 plus j omega rc. This is obtained with the help of your kvl circuit. By using a kvl circuit formula, they have found out this particular formula. So active filters, now we are going to move towards. Now active filter, as I have said you earlier also, active filter is nothing but when you have energy source in your circuit, it's called as a active filter. So combination of passive components and amplifiers, it is okay, it is a combination of passive components and amplifier, and it has high q value, that is the charge is very high, able to achieve resonance frequency without the use of inductors. दैट्स वाई एक्टिव फिल्टर्स आर यूज्ड. अब ये टर्म जो है रेजोनेंस फ्रीक्वेंसी का मतलब क्या है? रेजोनेंस मीन्स व्हाट? रेजोनेंस मीन्स व्हेन a particular amount of frequency gets matched with another high frequency range or high frequency signal, then the result or the output of that two signals is that a very high range of frequency signal is generated, which is of very high magnitude, that is called as a resonance. Okay, so to achieve this resonance frequency without use of any inductor, okay, it is possible with the help of active filter. Okay, now low pass active filter you can see here. इससे पहले जो हमने फिल्टर देखा उसके अंदर क्या था? रेजिस्टर था, ओके, वोल्टेज सप्लाई था, वोल्टेज सप्लाई, रेजिस्टर, कैपेसिटर, दिस वाज द ओनली फिल्टर. इसके अंदर अगर हम ओपैम्प डाल देंगे या ट्रांजिस्टर डाल देंगे, ओके, सो इट विल फॉर्म अ लो पास एक्टिव फिल्टर. ओके, ट्रांजिस्टर तुमको दिख रहा है, कैपेसिटर भी तुमको दिख रहा है. ओके, हियर सी हियर सप्लाई इज गिवन, रेजिस्टर इज देयर, कैपेसिटर इज देयर. ओनली थिंग इज ये जो आउटपुट टर्मिनल था यहाँ पे, यहाँ जहाँ पे हम वोल्टेज चेक करते थे, वहां पे ट्रांजिस्टर कनेक्ट किया है टू द पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल, negative is grounded. Okay, feedback resistance is as it is. So whenever this transistor or op amp is inserted, operational amplifier is inserted over here,
then you can say it is a low pass filter. इसको ऑब्जर्व कीजिए, हाँ ठीक से, फिल्टर्स ऑब्जर्व करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. लो पास है, बैंड पास है या हाई पास है, ये भी ऑब्जर्व करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. सो हमने देखा कि कैपेसिटर अगर रेजिस्टेंस के बाद कनेक्टेड होगा तो इट विल बी अ लो पास फिल्टर. अगर ये रेजिस्टेंस की जगह पे यहाँ पे कैपेसिटर होगा, यहाँ पे रेजिस्टेंस होगा, तो इट इज अ हाई पास फिल्टर अगेन. सो सी द ऑब्जर्व द फॉर्मूला ओवर हियर. मैं डेरिवेशन में नहीं जा रहा हूँ. डेरिवेशन विल बी अ वेरी लॉन्ग प्रोसेस, टाइम कंज्यूमिंग होगा. सो यू जस्ट हैव टू रिमेंबर द फॉर्मूलाज. In order to crack the gate examination, learning and by hearting formula are very important. Okay, so the h of s, you can say the frequency of that particular low pass filter will be given as rf upon ra plus 1 multiplied by 1 upon rc divided by s plus 1 upon rc. So this is the particular formula you will have to remember. हाई पास फिल्टर यू कैन सी हियर, इन्वर्टिंग टर्मिनल को सप्लाई दिया है, कैपेसिटर पहले है, रेजिस्टेंस बाद में है. अगेन ऑब्जर्व हियर, दिस इज अ हाई पास फिल्टर. कैपेसिटर प्रेजेंट होगा बिफोर रेजिस्टेंस, सप्लाई के तुरंत बाद. वोल्टेज इनपुट है VI, उसके तुरंत बाद कैपेसिटर है, देन देयर इज अ रेजिस्टेंस, एंड उसके बाद इन्वर्टिंग टर्मिनल को, नेगेटिव टर्मिनल को सप्लाई दिया हुआ है, एंड फीडबैक रेजिस्टेंस भी प्रेजेंट है. सो दिस इज अ हाई पास एक्टिव फिल्टर. ओके, it can also be considered to be as a differentiator. Okay, response कैसे होगा, तो at high frequencies the capacitors acts as a short, the gain becomes minus R1 upon R2. At low frequencies the capacitor is open. Okay, at low frequencies capacitor is open. शॉर्ट और ओपन का मीनिंग समझ लो. बहुत बार बच्चे कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं. शॉर्ट मतलब जीरो, ऐसा मतलब कंसीडर करते हैं बच्चे. आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स. कुछ बच्चे, उनको ऐसा लगता है कि शॉर्ट हो गया मतलब ये जीरो हो गया. ऐसा नहीं है. जब ओपन होता है कैपेसिटर, इट मीन्स दैट देर इज नो पाथ टू फ्लो, और कंप्लीट नहीं हो रहा है वो, तो उस टाइम पे वो जीरो होता है. वेनेवर देर इज शॉर्ट, शॉर्ट है मतलब क्या है कि वो पर्टिकुलर सर्किट कंप्लीट हो रहा है, करंट फ्लो हो रहा है, फ्रीक्वेंसी फ्लो हो रहा है, इट इज अलाउिंग हाई फ्रीक्वेंसी टू पास थ्रू इट. ओके, द गेन बिकम्स minus R1 upon R2 at that time. Okay, and at low frequencies the capacitor is open and the signal is lost. Okay, it means it will not allow the particular frequency, low frequency, to allow, means capacitor will open at that time. Are you getting? Now again, formula for high pass filter you can see here. ये हाई पास फिल्टर जो है, इसका पर्टिकुलर ये फॉर्म में भी तुमको डिजाइन मिल सकता है. यहाँ पे कैपेसिटर पहले है, रेजिस्टेंस बाद में है, नॉन इन्वर्टिंग टर्मिनल को दे रहे हैं हम इनपुट से अप्लाई. सो दीज आर सिमिलर टू एक्टिव लो पास फिल्टर्स and may be constructed by cascading first and second order sections. So here's first order section. So first order section में देखिए कैसे किया है उन्होंने. And the formula for the frequency h of s for high pass filter is h of s is equal to rf divided by ra plus 1 into s upon s plus 1 upon rc.
These are the types of solar energy. And
So what is actually the filter order? Typically we will have a requirement for a filter with a particular pass band, stop band, minimum or maximum pass band gain, and minimum stop band attenuation. Attenuation मतलब tuning. The first thing we need to do is choose the filter type and order. Well, we'll assume the type has already been chosen, so we need not to determine the order. Okay, टाइप मतलब क्या है कि ये कौन से टाइप का है, हाई पास है या लो पास है या एक्टिव फिल्टर है या पैसिव फिल्टर है, एंड ऑर्डर वी नीड टू डिटरमाइन. Now this is a band pass filter. Okay, band pass filter 100 to 200 hertz. 100 और 200 के बीच में का जो फ्रीक्वेंसी होगा that will only be allowed to pass through it.
So as soon as I hear with the name, they have to unmute themselves from that.
ये बैंड पास एक्टिव फिल्टर है बिकॉज देर इज अ ट्रांजिस्टर यू कैन सी हियर ट्रांजिस्टर यूज किया हुआ है देर आर 3 ट्रांजिस्टर्स यूज्ड ओवर हियर so it's a band pass active filter you can see input supply given to the inverting terminal capacitor okay C1 then R1 is connected then for next transistor R2
So
and C2 is connected in parallel in the feedback and finally in third transistor you can see only the resistance connected okay so at that particular case the frequency will be 100 hertz in the first case or the first transistor it will be 200 hertz okay now band stop active filter you can see here band stop active filter so in band stop active filter the supply input supply is given in such a way that it is given to the two transistors for inverting and non-inverting terminal accordingly मतलब यहाँ पे तुम डिजाइन देखो उसका how is the design lower transistor you can see it is of the same type जो हमने यहाँ पे देखा था ये जो फर्स्ट है इट इज द सेम लोअर ट्रांजिस्टर इसका ये सेकंड ट्रांजिस्टर है वो भी एज इट इज है ये सेकंड ट्रांजिस्टर है और थर्ड ट्रांजिस्टर भी एज इट इज है सिर्फ सप्लाई कैसे दिया है इनपुट सप्लाई और शॉर्ट क्या किया है इन्वर्टिंग इन्वर्टिंग शॉर्ट किया है इन्वर्टिंग इन्वर्टिंग शॉर्ट किया है इसका नॉन इन्वर्टिंग को ग्राउंड किया है इसके नॉन इन्वर्टिंग को भी ग्राउंड किया है बट सप्लाई का निगेटिव दिया हुआ है यहाँ पे पॉजिटिव जाता है इधर निगेटिव ओके अब इसका रिव्यू देखेंगे हम व्हाट इज द रिव्यू टिल नाउ व्हाट इज द रिव्यू सो इन लॉगिंग वी हैव टू लॉगिंग मतलब कलेक्शन ऑफ डेटा डेटा हम कलेक्ट कर रहे हैं वी हैव टू डील विद बेसिक इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स passive electrical circuits consist of resistors capacitors inductors transformers diodes ये है पैसिव इलेक्ट्रॉनिक सर्किट्स ये हम थोड़ा सा इसका वी आर सीइंग द समरी व्हाट वी हैव सीन टिल नाउ active electronics circuits it consists of active devices like transistors op amps plus passive components okay along with passive components okay so passive active का difference तुमको समझ में आना चाहिए and lastly understanding of basic circuits like amplifiers filters buffers mixers or power supplies is important okay so understanding the basics of amplifiers filters should be very important buffers is very important you should know about buffers okay this is all about the basics of this analog circuit now we will move towards the questions okay gate questions हम थोड़े solve करेंगे let's try to solve few gate questions give me one we will take a break of 2 to 3 minutes okay we will be back don't leave the meeting I will be taking attendance again at the end of the session so please do not leave the meeting take a break of 4 to 5 minutes I will be back
Okay, so we will start here now. I will present my screen again. Now we will be seeing GATE questions. We will try to solve the GATE questions. Here you can see diode questions we will solve today. So diode information is given. You can see the formulas for diode. Directly we will go to the question. So consider here the circuit given here. Okay, 3 diodes you can see here: anode, cathode, anode, cathode, anode, cathode. Cathode of each is connected to anode of another. The last cathode, it is grounded. Supply is coming from here, plus 10 volt, given to the resistance of 1 kilo ohm. Then there is a switch over here. Okay, this switch is then further connected to resistance RL, that is equal to 1 kilo ohm, that is also grounded. Okay. So for each diode efficiency, 2 voltage V gamma is equal to 0.7 volt. DC forward resistance of diode is given, that is 0 ohm. Assuming initially when S is open, when the switch is open, V0 is equal to 2.2 volt, means this voltage V0, that is equal to 2.2 volt. For this condition, find the incremental resistance in the circuit. You have to find the incremental resistance in the circuit. Now see here, इंक्रीमेंटल रेजिस्टेंस अगर फाइंड करना है हमको, तो इंक्रीमेंटल रेजिस्टेंस कैसे फाइंड करेंगे? फर्स्ट वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट करंट थ्रू ईच डायोड. हमको करंट फाइंड करना पड़ेगा हर डायोड में से. It will be same because all are connected in series. So current I will be equal to 10 minus V0 upon 1 kilo ohm. Okay, current I is given by V by R. So V is 10 minus V0 upon 1k. V0 is also given, that is 2.2. In question it is given, so it is 7.8 milliampere. So incremental resistance of each diode, the incremental resistance of each diode is given by this formula. Okay, diode का resistance, incremental resistance का ये formula है, eta into Vt upon current I. So efficiency is already given in question, that is 2 multiplied by Vt, that is 25.9 millivolt. ये भी क्वेश्चन में दिया हुआ है. And divided by 7.8 milliampere. Okay, so RD will be 6.64 ohm, and total incremental resistance of the circuit will be 3 multiplied by RD, because RD we have found out for one diode. For all the 3 diodes, it will be 3 multiplied by RD, that is 19.92 ohm. Now going ahead to the next, that is question based on DC power supply. How to get the complete DC supply that we have seen already in our previous lecture. So AC signal given to the transformer, it will convert it to a low voltage signal if it is a step down. So this AC signal converted into the low voltage signal, step down voltage signal. Then after going to the diode rectifier, it will rectify it, means it will convert AC to DC, but it will also contain some pulsating form of DC. This is a waveform of that pulsating DC, means it is DC plus AC waveform. Okay. Then it has to be passed through the filter, where the pulsating DC will be eliminated, but still it will contain few fluctuations. So fluctuating DC will be the output from the filter, और इसको भी पूरा filter out करने के लिए we will use voltage regulator, which will give us a pure DC signal. Okay, a DC signal will be obtained. इसका description I will read it out. First block in a DC power supply is power transformer. This is power transformer. By adjusting the turns ratio of primary and secondary, that is N1 upon N2 of the transformer, the designer can step the line voltage down to the required value of to yield particular DC output voltage. For instance, a secondary voltage of 8 volts RMS may be appropriate for a DC output of 5 volt. Now, in addition to providing the appropriate sinusoidal amplitude of DC power supply, the power transformer provides electrical isolation between the electronic equipment and the power line circuit. So this isolation minimizes the risk of electric shock to the equipment. Okay. Now, properties of AC, it should be periodic variation, it should be bidirectional, it should be of a zero average or zero DC value, no harmonic component except fundamental frequency. And properties of pulsating DC should be, it is periodic variation, then it is unidirectional, okay, and then non-zero average or DC value it should contain, and harmonics are present in DC pulsating. So after allowing it to pass through the voltage regulator, then the harmonics can be removed, or a filter should be used to remove the harmonics. Rectifiers we have already seen. Okay. Formulas for this particular type of rectifiers we have seen. Now, what is the ripple factor? That is one important term over here, a ripple factor. Also, although it is the purpose of a rectifier to convert AC to DC, okay, the simple circuit considered above, it's neither it achieve this nor in fact do any more complicated rectifier circuits have a truly constant output. Okay, means a ripple factor, it does not is considered. Why? Because it actually the rectifier, it do not remove the ripple. Okay, so what is accomplished is the conversion from AC to unidirectional current. Periodically fluctuating components still remain in the output waveform. So it is for this reason that filters are frequently used in order to decrease these AC components. A measure of the fluctuating components is given by a ripple factor R.
and which is defined as RMS value of alternating uh, components of wave divided by average value of wave. Okay, and it can be further written as R is equal to I dash RMS upon I DC, that is V dash RMS upon V DC. And the ripple factor R, the formula is under root I RMS upon I DC the whole square minus 1. So general expression to calculate ripple factor of any rectifier circuit. And for half wave rectifier it is 1.21. Means pi square upon 4 minus 1 under root. It will give you 1.21. Let's go to a numerical. There is a numerical. Let's see the numerical. Uh, Okay, form factor is another important factor over here. Form factor is defined as the ratio of RMS value to average value. RMS value of current or voltage, whatever it is, divided by average value. So form factor and ripple factor, these are the two important factors. I RMS upon I average or V RMS upon V average. So for half wave rectifier, it is IM upon 2 divided by IM upon pi. So IM will get cancelled. Finally, it will be pi by 2. And ripple factor R is equal to under root I RMS divided by IDC the whole square minus 1. Okay, so now we will see gate questions based on filters. Okay, just a minute.
Hello, sir. Sir, your voice is not coming, sir.
Okay, there is a short break for 2 minutes. I will again resume. Please wait. Do not leave the meeting. Okay, we will start again. Uh, Here, this is one question. It was asked in GATE examination 2008. Okay, it's of 2 marks. The operational amplifier circuit is shown below, and is that of which type? Is that of a low pass filter, high pass filter, or what? I can surely say, means looking first at this particular circuit, capacitor is connected and then resistance is connected. It's a high pass filter. ये तो कंफर्म हो गया कि ये हाई पास फिल्टर है. अब ये हाई पास फिल्टर है तो इसमें ऑप्शन सी एंड डी दोनों है. हाई पास फिल्टर विथ मैक्सिमम गेन ऑफ 1 और विथ मैक्सिमम गेन ऑफ 2. तो इसका आंसर क्या है? तो ये कैपेसिटर इट विल एक्ट लाइक अ स्विच. मतलब ये जब ओपन होगा ऑब्वियसली नो करंट विल फ्लो, बट ये शॉर्ट होगा तो ये क्या करेगा? द करंट विल ट्राई टू फ्लो हियर. 1 किलो ओम रेजिस्टेंस है यहाँ पे. It will go ahead, it will allow to be passed through this particular resistance and then it will go to output, because यहाँ पे तो ये ग्राउंड किया हुआ है, तो यहाँ पे तो करंट जाने का सवाल ही नहीं उठता, यहाँ पे जीरो हो जाएगा. तो ये शॉर्ट जब होगा, करंट थ्रू दिस 1 किलो ओम इट विल पास थ्रू दिस, ये नेगेटिव से जाएगा यहाँ पे. ये फीडबैक जो है, ये रेजिस्टेंस जो है फीड फॉरवर्ड में, उसमें से वो आउटपुट को जाएगा. सो आई एम थिंकिंग दैट इट विल बी ऑफ 2 गेन 2. गेन ऐड होगा, ये इसका गेन और इसका गेन, ये 1 किलो ओम का और ये 1 किलो ओम का गेन ऐड होगा. सोल्यूशन, लेट्स ट्राई टू सी द सोल्यूशन.
So here again they have shown the solution that when it is open circuit, I said you that there is no current flowing through that, but when it is short circuit, see here, यहाँ पे एक V1 है, ये इसका एक गेन है 1, और यहाँ पे नॉन इन्वर्टिंग है तो इसका एक गेन होगा 2. So KCL plus Ohm's law, we can say 0 minus VI. Okay, 0 minus VI will be equal to VI minus V0 upon 1 kilo ohm. यहाँ पे 0 minus VI upon 1 kilo ohm है. Okay, KCL मतलब क्या है? Output should be equal to input. Okay, means outgoing input current will be equal to outgoing current. Input current will be equal to output current. So input current क्या है? 0 minus VI डिवाइडेड बाय 1 किलो ओम, V डिवाइडेड बाय रेजिस्टेंस. सेकेंडली यहाँ का जो रेजिस्टेंस होगा, यहाँ का जो करंट होगा वो क्या होगा? VI माइनस V0 अपॉन 1 किलो ओम. 1 के विल गेट कैंसल्ड. इट विल बी V0 इज इक्वल टू 2VI. सो गेन विल बी 2. गेन क्या होता है? V0 अपॉन VI, आउटपुट वोल्टेज डिवाइडेड बाय इनपुट वोल्टेज. सो इट विल बी 2. गोइंग अहेड टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 2. यहाँ पे इट्स गेट 2010 क्वेश्चन. 2010 में ये गेट क्वेश्चन पूछा गया था फॉर 2 मार्क्स. हियर एन एक्टिव फिल्टर, ऑब्वियसली यहाँ पे ऑप एम्प यूज किया है, मीन्स इट इज एक्टिव फिल्टर, इज शोन इन एडजॉइनिंग फॉर्म. द DC gain and 3 dB cutoff frequency of the filter respectively are nearly what? क्या फाइंड करना है? DC गेन एंड 3 dB कट ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंसी. वो क्या होगा? 3 dB कट ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंसी क्या होगा? ये फाइंड करना. तो गेन फाइंड करना है, मतलब V0 अपॉन VI फाइंड करना है. अब ये ऑपरेशनल एम्पलीफायर है. यहाँ पे तुमको रेजिस्टेंस के वैल्यूज दिए हुए हैं, R1 R2 की वैल्यू दी हुई है एंड C1 इज ऑल्सो गिवन. सो इन द सॉल्यूशन, एज आई सेड, DC gain will be V0 upon VI is equal to minus R2 upon R1. This R2 divided by R1, because here it becomes a low pass filter because capacitor is connected in resistance parallel to the resistance. So this capacitor, when it is in open condition, it will act as a low pass filter. Okay, ये कैपेसिटर ओपन में है, रेजिस्टेंस सिर्फ एक्ट करेगा, तो ये बन जाएगा लो पास फिल्टर. और जब ये ऐसा बनेगा तो V0 अपॉन VI, जो DC गेन है V0 अपॉन VI, इट विल बी माइनस R2 अपॉन R1, बिकॉज इन्वर्टिंग टर्मिनल को कनेक्टेड है, निगेटिव टर्मिनल को कनेक्टेड है. उसकी वजह से क्या होगा? R2 अपॉन R1 विल बी आवर DC गेन. ओके, सो मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ दैट गेन, इट विल बी R2 अपॉन R1, उसका दिया हुआ है हमको वैल्यू, इट विल बी 159 अपॉन 15.9. ओके, सो 10 विल बी आवर आंसर. उसके आगे का फाइंड करने की जरूरत हो सकती है, बिकॉज देर आर 2 ऑप्शंस ऑफ 20 dB. एक तो 440 dB है और 20 dB के दो ऑप्शंस है, C एंड D, और C और D में से कौन सा होगा? नाउ वी विल हैव टू फाइंड आउट 3 dB फ्रीक्वेंसी. तो 3 dB फ्रीक्वेंसी कैसे फाइंड करेंगे? उसका फॉर्मूला है 1/2 pi R2 C2. ये डायरेक्ट फॉर्मूला है फॉर फाइंडिंग आउट द 3 dB फ्रीक्वेंसी, 1/2 pi R2 C2. तो 1/2 pi R2 की वैल्यू हम डालेंगे, C2 की वैल्यू हम डालेंगे, you will directly get frequency that is 1 kilohertz. So correct option is D. Okay, DC गेन कैसे फाइंड करेंगे समझ में आ गया? V0 अपॉन VI, वो हम अगर इसको कैपेसिटर को ओपन सर्किट कर देंगे तो इट विल बी डायरेक्टली C2 अपॉन R2 अपॉन R1, और इन्वर्टिंग टर्मिनल को कनेक्टेड है इसलिए माइनस R2 अपॉन R1. मैग्नीट्यूड 10 होगा. R2 और R1 की वैल्यू ऑलरेडी दी हुई है, 159 अपॉन 15.9. Now fourth question, which was asked in 2009 of 1 mark. Okay, so अगर तुम देख रहे हो तो अगर फिल्टर्स तुमने अच्छे से याद कर लिया, 1-2 मार्क तुम्हारे कंफर्म हो जाएंगे गेट में. फिल्टर्स, ओपैम्प्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट है, इसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन आता ही है. द सर्किट शोन हियर, वेदर इट इज ऑल पास फिल्टर, बैंड पास फिल्टर, हाई पास फिल्टर और लो पास फिल्टर. ओके, क्या है ये? अभी यहाँ पे तो तुम देख सकते हो,
कैपेसिटर कनेक्टेड है, ग्राउंड को कनेक्टेड है, तो इसका तो सवाल ही नहीं आता है कि ये हाई पास या लो पास है। ओके, इंडक्टेंस भी प्रेजेंट नहीं है, कैपेसिटर है वो भी ग्राउंडेड है, सो हाई पास तो बिल्कुल नहीं है। ओके, बैंड पास कब होगा? बैंड पास तब होगा जब ये रेजिस्टेंस में कैपेसिटर इन्वर्टिंग टर्मिनल को कहीं तो कनेक्टेड होगा, तो ये बैंड पास बोल सकते हैं हम, पैरेलल में कनेक्टेड होगा। देयर इज ओनली रेजिस्टेंस, so it is a all pass filter. By observing the circuit we can say it is an all pass filter, डायरेक्टली हम बोल सकते हैं। अब ये 1 मार्क क्वेश्चन है, 2004 में दिया हुआ। अब ये क्वेश्चन कितना सिंपल था, गेट क्वेश्चन है, दिस इज गेट क्वेश्चन, वेरी सिंपल, कैन सी द सर्किट शोन हियर। अगेन यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन है वेदर इट इज अ बैंड पास, ऑप्शन में है बैंड पास, बैंड रिजेक्ट, बैंड पास फिल्टर विथ ओमेगा दिया हुआ है एंड बैंड पास फिल्टर विथ ओमेगा दिया हुआ है। अब ये मैं बोल सकता हूं कि ये बैंड पास फिल्टर है, रिजेक्ट तो नहीं है, आई थिंक, आई होप सो। लेट्स सी, ऑब्जर्व करेंगे, इन्वर्टिंग टर्मिनल है, सप्लाई दिया हुआ है, कैपेसिटर है, रेजिस्टेंस है। यहां से ये अगर ओपन सर्किट कर दूंगा मैं, तो इट विल अगेन बिकम अ लो पास फिल्टर, so it will be a band pass filter with omega L is equal to 1 upon R2C2 and omega H will be equal to 1 upon R1C1. Let's see what is the solution. As I said, ये अगर open circuit कर देंगे, it will become a low pass filter, and this it's a high pass filter. Actually यहाँ पे गलत हो गया, ये यहाँ पे C होना चाहिए था, यहाँ पे R होना चाहिए था, यहाँ पे ड्रॉ करते वक्त इनका गलती हो गया। So it is 3 dB frequency will be 1 upon 2 pi R1 into C1. So the correct option is A, that is band pass filter with omega L 1 upon R1 C1 and omega H is equal to 1 upon R2 C2. बैंड पास फिल्टर है ये, बैंड रिजेक्ट तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं है। Okay, so here we have seen lot of GATE questions today. About filters we have seen, operational amplifiers and filters. So the students who have not given the feedback form, again I will write it in the chat box. This is the feedback link. The students who have not filled the feedback form, they can fill the feedback form now also. I have given you the feedback form link. Please do not leave the meeting. Still few things I need to tell you. At 11 we will stop the meeting. We will stop the lecture at 11. The session will be closed. But now you can definitely ask the questions if you have. If you have any doubts, if you want to ask a question, or if you want few data or anything more should be taken in this lecture, or what should be added, you can definitely talk, you can write it in your chat box. Okay, about GATE examination, if you want to know more about GATE examination, how it is, and what is the scope of GATE examination, why you should give the GATE examination, any kind of question if you have in your mind regarding GATE exam, you can definitely ask the question. You can write it in your chat box, or you can unmute yourself and ask the question, definitely without any hesitation. You can ask the question. The platform is open. 10 minutes question answer round I am keeping. You can freely ask the questions. You can think, and you can also ask it in your chat box. Okay, you can ask the question in your chat box.
Okay, so today's session number 2 for analog circuits, I declare that it is over. And thank you for patiently listening to this session. And I hope that it will be definitely useful for your GATE examination. Even if you ask questions, it is all right. Even if you ask me questions after the session, you can message me, WhatsApp me, or if you want any help from me, you can definitely ask for my help. And again, thank you. Yes, you can now leave the meeting. Yes. And fill the feedback form if you have not filled the feedback form.